Boom! The night sky is lit up with a dazzling array of colors, each explosion echoing the excitement and anticipation of the nation. The Dow just jumped 300 points. Investors are buzzing, phones are ringing off the hook, and the trading floor is a whirlwind of activity. The S&P 500 up 2%. It's a financial frenzy as traders scramble to capitalize on the sudden surge. Why? Because Donald J. Trump is back in the White House, baby. His supporters are ecstatic, waving flags and chanting his name. It was another nail-biter of an election night, folks. But when the dust settled, it was clear. America wanted Trump. Again. The tension was palpable, with every vote count update sending ripples through the crowd. Now I know what you're thinking, Jim, you're shouting, but can you blame me? This is monumental. And what does this have to do with my money? Everything, my friend, your investments, your retirement, your financial future are all tied to these market movements. The stock market is like a thoroughbred racehorse. It's fast, unpredictable, and always ready to bolt at the slightest provocation. It's high-strung, easily spooked, and reacts instantly to big news. A single headline can send it galloping in a new direction. A Trump win? That's a major upset in the eyes of many, and the market's off to the races. But hold your horses, let's not get carried away just yet. Before you go betting the farm on red hats and Make America Great Again hats, let's take a moment to breathe and analyze. Let's take a deep dive into what's really driving this market surge. Is it purely the Trump effect, or are there other factors at play? Is it all about Trump, or is there something else at play? The market is a complex beast, influenced by a myriad of factors. From global economic trends to domestic policies, everything plays a part. Economists are already debating the long-term impacts. Some argue that Trump's policies will boost growth, while others warn of potential pitfalls. Different sectors will react differently. Tech companies might see a boost, while manufacturing could face new challenges. Agriculture, too, will be watching closely. And it's not just the big players. Small businesses and local shops will feel the ripple effects. Every decision made in the White House can trickle down to Main Street. Families across America will be discussing their finances, wondering how this election result will impact their daily lives. From grocery bills to mortgage rates, everything is interconnected. Financial advisors will be busy helping clients navigate the choppy waters ahead. It's a time for careful planning and strategic thinking. History has shown us that markets can be unpredictable around election times. But with the right knowledge and preparation, we can ride the waves and come out stronger. So as the fireworks fade and a new day dawns, let's stay informed, stay vigilant, and keep our eyes on the horizon. The future is bright, and together we can navigate whatever comes our way. Let's be honest, folks. Elections are like the Super Bowl of politics. The excitement, the drama, the anticipation, it's all there. People gather around their TVs, their phones, and their computers, eagerly awaiting the results. It's a spectacle that captures the attention of the entire nation, if not the world. The tension is palpable, the stakes are high, and everyone's got an opinion, and probably some money riding on the outcome. Conversations buzz with speculation, predictions, and heated debates. It's not just about who will lead the country, it's about how their policies will shape the future. It's no wonder the stock market, that fickle beast, gets a little jittery around election time. Investors are on edge, trying to read the tea leaves and predict how the election results will impact their portfolios. The market becomes a roller coaster, with prices swinging wildly as new information comes in. See, uncertainty is the market's kryptonite. When there's a lack of clarity about the future, investors get nervous. They start to question their strategies, their investments, and their next moves. This uncertainty can lead to volatility, with stock prices experiencing sharp rises and falls. Businesses hate it, investors hate it, and it often leads to wild swings in stock prices. Companies may delay big decisions like mergers or expansions until they have a clearer picture of the political landscape. Investors might pull their money out of the market, waiting for the dust to settle. When a new president gets elected, especially someone like Trump, who represents a significant shift from the status quo, the market goes into overdrive trying to figure out what it all means. Will there be new regulations, tax cuts, trade wars? The possibilities are endless, and each one has the potential to impact the market in different ways. But here's the thing. The market is a discounting mechanism. It doesn't just react to events as they happen, it tries to anticipate them. Investors look ahead, trying to predict future trends and position themselves accordingly. This forward-looking nature of the market means that it often moves in anticipation of events, rather than in response to them. That means it doesn't wait for things to happen. It tries to anticipate them. Investors analyze every piece of information, every speech, every policy proposal, trying to gauge what it will mean for the future. They make their moves based on these predictions, hoping to stay ahead of the curve. So, this post-election rally, it's not just about Trump winning, it's about what investors think a Trump presidency will mean for the economy. They see potential for deregulation, tax cuts, and pro-business policies. And they're betting that these changes will boost economic growth and corporate profits. And right now, they're feeling bullish. Investors are optimistic, hoping that the new administration will create a favorable environment for businesses to thrive. They're putting their money into the market, driving up stock prices and fueling a sense of optimism. But as always, the market is unpredictable, and only time will tell if these calculated moves will pay off. Remember 2016? The shock, the awe, the "I can't believe this is happening" feeling as Trump defied the polls and clinched the presidency. The markets sure do. We saw a similar knee-jerk reaction back then. The Dow plummeted over 800 points as the election results rolled in, only to rebound sharply the next day. Fast forward to 2020, and it was Biden's turn to shake things up. The market initially dipped on election night, but then came roaring back as investors bet on a more stable, predictable Biden administration. But here's the kicker. Both times the market's initial reaction was short-lived. Why? Because elections are just one piece of a much larger economic puzzle. Here's the bottom line, folks. Elections matter, but the economy matters more. While political events can create short-term volatility, it's the economic fundamentals that have the lasting impact. In the long run, it's the underlying economic fundamentals. Things like GDP growth, corporate earnings, and interest rates that really drive the market. These are the metrics that investors and analysts keep a close eye on. When we talk about the market, we're really talking about a complex system influenced by countless factors. Corporate earnings, for instance, reflect the health of individual companies and their ability to generate profit. Think of it this way. The president is like the captain of a ship. They can steer the ship and make course corrections, but they can't control the wind or the waves. The economy is much like the ocean, vast and often unpredictable. They can steer the ship and make course corrections, implementing policies that can influence economic direction. However, external factors like global trade dynamics, technological advancements, and natural disasters can still impact the journey, but they can't control the wind or the waves. Just as a captain can't control the weather, a president can't control every aspect of the economy. Market forces, consumer behavior, and international events all play significant roles. Similarly, presidents can influence the economy through their policies, such as tax reforms, trade agreements, and regulatory changes. These decisions can create a favorable environment for growth or conversely lead to economic challenges, but they can't single-handedly create a boom or prevent a bust. Economic cycles are natural and inevitable. Booms and busts have occurred throughout history, regardless of who was in office. So while Trump's victory might have injected some short-term excitement into the market, don't get it twisted. The initial surge in market optimism is often driven by investor sentiment and expectations. The real test for this bull market will be whether Trump can deliver on his economic promises. Investors will be watching closely to see if his policies lead to sustainable growth, job creation, and increased corporate profits, and keep the good times rolling. The true measure of success will be the long-term impact on the economy. Will the policies implemented today lead to prosperity in the years to come? Only time will tell.